What is up YouTube, RiskzzHD here, finally returning again with another Modern Warfare video today. Apologies for the long break without uploading. I've had university exams and so I've been quite busy, but I have a few video ideas planned and I'm excited to make them all for you in the future. And yeah, I'd also like to thank everyone for over 250 subscribers. It means a lot and I really do appreciate all the support. Also, I hope you all did enjoy the intro clips. I thought they were pretty good and they really show the power of the class that I'm going to break down today. But it is worth noting, however, that I hit a lot of these clips before I was revising, and whilst I was revising, the R9-0 got a stealth nerf, which means the gun was made weaker, but the change wasn't made in the patch notes. So if you were using it a while ago and you started having a bit less success with it, that may be why. It seems to be something that Infinity Ward's been doing quite a lot recently, and it's not really too helpful, as when your gun suddenly becomes worse and you have absolutely no clue why, yeah, it's just not helpful at all. And the nerf they implemented, I believe, was a decrease to the one-shot kill range. However, I have tested the gun as of the most recent patch, and I've also tested this class, and I still believe this class is the best, so you don't need to worry on that regard. But yeah, enough rambling, I'll get onto the class setup, and then I'll explain why I chose each of the attachments, and yeah, then I'll explain how I like to use the gun. So, if I've done a decent job editing this video, you should see the best class setup on the screen right now. The attachments I'm using are the Monolithic suppressor, forged Tac Sentry, 1mm laser, stippled grip tape, and finally sleight of hand. I chose to use the Monolithic suppressor because increasing your damage range with this gun is so important. Ideally, you don't want to have to fire more than twice to obtain a kill, because that would require pumping your shotgun in the middle of getting the kill, and it would just be so awkward. So the Monolithic suppressor is really helpful in this regard, and yeah, also the sound suppression that it gives is a nice bonus, but it's nothing too amazing. The downsides are quite heavy, like the aim down sight speed does become quite a bit slower, but you don't really aim down sight too much with a shotgun anyway, and we're going to use some attachments later that should make our aim down sight speed faster, so you don't need to worry about that all too much. The next attachment that I like to use is the forged Tac Sentry. I chose this because it increases the damage, which is just clearly helpful and a great bonus, and it also tightens up the hipfire spread, which is very important. With the R9-0, I find that most of the time I don't aim down sight and I just hit fire twice to obtain the kill. It seems like the most efficient method, so the tighter spread is really helpful with this attachment. The only time that I aim down sight is when I'm going for really ambitious long shot kills that I probably shouldn't be going for anyway, or maybe I might aim down sight while shooting to further tighten the spread. But yeah. Also, now I think is a good time for me to say that unless I'm about to reload, because I know there's no one else around, I always fire both shots and then pump the shotgun, because unless you're really close, you're quite unlikely to land a one-shot kill, and you don't want to shoot, pump, and then shoot again when you see an enemy, when you could just shoot twice, drop the enemy. It's so much faster. Like, you may waste a round or two every so often when you fire off one extra if you get a one-shot kill, but making sure you have two shots ready to fire makes you so much more likely to get the kill. The next attachment that I use is the 1mm laser. This attachment has absolutely no downside whatsoever, so it's just a great attachment to run in general, but the description on the attachment is actually incorrect. I watched an exclusive Ace video on it and I found this out for the first time. It actually increases your sprint to fire speed, which is really helpful, because if you get caught sprinting, it gives you much more of a fighting chance. Now, on the close range maps like Shoot House and Shipment, you could probably get away with using the 5mm laser or the Tac laser, because most people just presume that there's someone around the corner anyway, without actually knowing whether there is or not, and as a result the laser being visible to enemies won't be so much of a downside, and you'll get the great added bonuses, because I think the 5mm laser makes you sprint to fire even faster, which is just great. But I wouldn't recommend using it on any of the other maps, the 5mm laser that is, and I definitely used the 1mm laser over it, as I just found that enemies knowing where I was quite an uncomfortable experience, and I died a lot because they could see me coming. However, if you're fine using the 5mm laser, then definitely go ahead, as it has bigger benefits than the 1mm laser. But yeah, in general, I'd recommend the 1mm laser to most people. However, if you're on one of those small maps, as I said, like Shipment, go ahead and use the 5mm laser, as it is really good. Next up is the Stippled grip tape. This is a really helpful attachment because it increases your sprint to fire speed and your aim down sight speed, which are both things that are just great to increase. Although I don't ADS too much with this gun, as I said before, it can be quite helpful when you're going for those ambitious long shot kills. And yeah, the final attachment that I use is sleight of hand. I just find that the regular reload is quite slow, and being able to reload faster lets me get back into the action sooner. Also, because I fire 2 shots whenever I go for a kill, obviously reloading it takes a lot longer than maybe the model might take, because you've only got to put 1 pellet back in that, whereas with the R9-0 you'd have to put 2. So sleight of hand is just really helpful in this case, but if you'd rather use something else, then definitely go ahead. This is quite an optional attachment. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy using the class, and I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please consider leaving a like, as it really means a lot. Comment down below if you use a slightly different class, or let me know how I can improve my videos, as I'm always looking to make the best videos I can for you all. Subscribe if you're new, and once again, thank you for over 250 subscribers. It means so much to me. This has been RiskzzHD, and I hope you all have an awesome week.